When did you first start hating Izzy? After 248? There was a mixture of things, right? It was just a mixture of different things, because I used to like Israel Adesanya. I'm sure you guys have seen that video where I'm like ecstatic for him winning and I'm hyping him up and I'm like, we got a new star on our hands, you know? But it was the Romero performance that was fucking pathetic as fuck, and I thought he lost. You know what? The more I rewatch that Romero fight, the more I'm fucking guaranteed that Romero won that second round. I have no idea how they gave that fight to Adesanya. I genuinely have no idea how they gave that fight to him. Leg kicks, fair enough, but Romero was landing the good shots in that fight. I can't believe they gave that to Adesanya. He clearly lost. And then I hated him for that performance, and then he started being arrogant and not owning up to the shit performance of it and blaming Romero for everything. Like, that's a shit champion to have. So I was already annoyed about that. Then what happened after that? The Costa fight, was it? Or was it the Vettori fight? I think it was the Costa fight. The Vettori fight was after Blachowicz, I think. But then the Costa fight was like, the build-up, he was just being out trash-talked by Costa, who doesn't even speak English, which was crazy, and I loved Costa for that. And then he had a boob, and I was like, oh, so he is a roid cheat as well. And then I found out, you know what? Yeah, I'm not even a hater of Adesanya. It's logical to hate him. He grew a boob. He's fucking weird as fuck. He touches dogs' dicks. You know what I mean? He feeds dogs with his mouth like a freak. Like, that's not a hater. Stop calling things hater. It's absolutely warranted and acceptable to fucking despise that absolute freak of nature. Absolutely warranted. And he's a fucking hypocrite, lied about his upbringing, says that he can relate to the people in the favela, even though he grew up with servants. He brings race into it. He's like, I'm not even going to bring up what he's a descendant of, because that's unfair. That's not on him. But still, the fact that he's calling out Drickus for it when he is a descendant of people that sold. I love seeing that, though. Don't you guys love seeing that? African Americans, like, we're Team Izzy. Oh, really, dude? Team Izzy? How did you get to America again? Who sold you? You know what I mean? Rich Nigerian Yorubas? Adesanya? Who grew up with servants and had generational wealth after the colonial period? Interesting how they're backing him up. I'm cooking. He's a freak. I don't like him. I don't like him at all. It's not hate. It's just like warranted. You shouldn't like this person. But people will be like, you're such a hater, dude. Like, listen, yeah. Adesanya molested his dog. He did. He very blatantly, on the video, listen to this. Adesanya on video molested his dog and touched up his dog's dick. Yeah? That happened. No one can deny that happened. And you still got people in the comments saying, how can anyone dislike Adesanya? That says a lot about him. Says a lot about him, dude. Dogs don't give a shit. Okay, that's more reason not to fucking do anything to him. Can't take advantage of a dog's innocence. Should I make a video of like, I'm thinking of making a video next week, maybe, or maybe the weekend after, because the Nashville card's kind of weak, of a video of, I used to like Adesanya, here's why I now hate him, or some shit like that. And actually giving a breakdown of all the reasons why I actually dislike him. Because some people just think that I don't like him because he's cringe. And that is a huge factor of it. But there's so many reasons. I used to like Adesanya. On his come up, I was actually rooting for him. Like when he beat Brunson, I was like, oh my God, he's a fucking superstar. Like I was so hyped for him to beat Brunson. So hype. You know, and then he beat Whitaker. I was hyped and I was like, this is so fucking good. We got a superstar as a champ and he's going to be building up all these fights and he's such a character. And you know what I mean? And then I didn't just switch on him because I don't like him. You know what I mean? There's so many reasons that slowly just made me sick of him over time. Izzy's the middleweight goat. Not yet. What happened with Izzy's skin? I know, dude. What happened with that cancer hint that he gave? Didn't see him shave his hair or lose his hair at all. No chemotherapy, no nothing. That just went away, did it, Adesanya? I remember when and that is another reason I didn't like him, when he fucking did that shit after the boob. hinted that it was cancer, and then we see no progress or any kind of like treatment for him at all. Like, I don't, he's such a cunt for that. And he didn't hint directly at cancer, but he said, you shouldn't jump to conclusions. I mean, you know, you don't know what people are going through. I mean, look at Chadwick Boseman recently. And it's like, what? Do not do that, you fucking freak. Like, that is the shit that I really despise Adesanya for. I might actually have to make a video breaking down all the reasons why. I'm on the rise. Adesanya. Yeah, Adesanya is actually who I was thinking of.